Hello everybody, Jason Noblet here, and today I decided to film my leg workout today. Alright, so before we really get started, I'd like to thank Eric Equiball Farfan for filming this for me. Right now, I'm doing my warm-up set of front squats, just using the bar. I normally do a set of 20 with just the bar, whether I'm doing front squats, back squats, or whatever type of squat. I just feel it's good to get my legs warm, used to the movement before I start adding weight. Alright, and this was the weight I was doing my working sets at, which was 135. And as far as I can tell, my form I think is pretty good. And I'm no expert in weightlifting at all, so if anyone can give me any advice here, that would be much appreciated. But I'm definitely getting plenty of depth. I think my back is straight, and I'll be honest with you, this felt heavy after a while, 135, so I didn't go any higher than this because I wasn't getting a set of 10. I was only getting, I think I got the most I got was 7 reps, and the rest of the time I was getting 5 to 6. But I did about 5 plus sets of that, and then I did a few sets when I went back down in weight. I went down to 125, did a few sets there, and I think I even went down to 115 again for a bit. But it felt good. This exercise, I should probably point out for anyone who's unaware, this exercise targets the quadriceps more than a traditional back squat, which is one reason to do it. It's also easier on the knees, and it also requires a bit more core strength as you're holding the bar in front of you instead of behind you. Alright, and now to the next exercise. Stiff-legged deadlifts. Once again, I'm warming up with a fairly light weight. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to keep my back as straight as possible. I am noticing a little bit of curvature in my lower back, and I'm going to have to try to correct that. I'm trying to use my hamstrings to pull up. The idea for this is to work my hamstrings, not my lower back. So one thing I'm doing here is I'm trying to, with my feet, when I come up, after I get my stretch, to move my feet sideways, but they're in the ground, so they're not actually moving. So what that's causing is my hamstrings to squeeze and help bring me up to the top. And I'm going to tell you, I got a really good burn in my hamstrings from this. I was feeling it really hard. I even went to failure on a few sets, and I felt that is very effective, and it's exercise that I'm wanting to work on. I think I might have even gone down a little bit too far because I noticed my back straight, and then once I get down all the way, my back starts to bend a little bit, and I got to work on that. I got to figure out a way to keep my back straight. Alright, next exercise, step-ups. Now, this is the first time I ever tried weighted step-ups. I did 5 reps each leg and for a set. And this one, this one was challenging for me because this is the first time I ever tried this exercise. And I felt it was very effective. It worked the entire leg. And it really worked on my balance and stability as well, which I think is very beneficial being an athlete. And I like this exercise. I'm probably going to add it into my routines again. It's different though. I recommend starting out with a light weight, getting used to the exercise. I actually did my first set with no weight whatsoever just to get used to it. And I pyramided up to a weight that was difficult for me. And that ended up being, I think, 80 pounds. And I didn't go any higher than 80 pounds. But I felt it worked really well. It was very tiring. I felt a good burn in my legs. Noticed a couple of those last ones. I actually had a little struggle to get up. And next exercise, walking lunges. This is one of my favorite leg exercises here. And as you notice, when I do these, I take really long, wide steps. That way I can get a full stretch while I'm doing these. Now this is my warm-up set. I'm going fairly light right here, just using 40 pounds. But I honestly don't think lunges are meant to be super heavy and low rep. I think they're meant to be higher rep anyways. But now I moved up to a 70 pound. Actually, the funny thing about it was with the curl bars there that I was using, they had a 40 pound and the 50 and 60 were taken. This girl walking up behind me right here had the 50 pound that I was wanting to use for my warm-up. So I had to move up 30 pounds instead of moving up 10 or 20 pounds. But 70 pounds ended up being a very good working weight for this, and felt I got a few good sets with it. Alright, on to my last exercise. Leg press, or calf presses on the leg press. First time I've ever been in this particular leg press machine. Always different finding out when you use the machine for the first time. Didn't really know how much I could do. I ended up doing, I think it was 7 plates on each side and 2/4 on the top. Probably could have done a lot more. Always try to get a full stretch, and I try to hold it at the top. I do these nice and slow. That's how I like to do them. Alright guys, that was my video. I hope you liked it more. If you have any feedback for me, please send it to me in the comments. Please give me advice if you need it. And if you liked it and you want to see more, go ahead and tell me, and I'll send it to you. Thanks. Bye.